The video you're about to see right now is a Patreon dump of a video that I posted a few months ago on Patreon, and it was one of the most requested videos I've ever gotten on Patreon. How to get traffic to your blog. I always talk about blogging in this channel, and I think it was yesterday that there was a video about how to create your blog using WordPress Cadence theme and their AI feature, literally what you're supposed to blog about, and there were similar videos with the Hostinger website builder. And of course, there will be links to all of the actual blogging videos down below in the description. But for this video, we are talking about how to get traffic to your blog. Now, as I mentioned, this was a drop from my Patreon, which is closed, which means that I have different hair there, I'm blonde there, but it also means that some of the things that I'm saying, whether they're personal things or general things, might not be still true. And because of that, you might see me again popping up in this video to correct the things that I said. I'm not going to say much. I'm just going to say, hi everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Mero and I teach creative people how to sell their art online, and I'm going to send you to past me to talk about how to get traffic to your blog. Hi everyone and welcome back to Patreon. Yes, this is the intro I'm going with right now, and today we're going to be talking about how to get traffic to your blog. Now, a lot of the things that I'm going to mention here are also relating to how to get traffic to your online shops, to your online websites, to sell your services, your products, whatever. And I feel like whenever I'm talking about such a big topic, how to get traffic to your blog, that's a very general topic with a lot of different methods. I feel like every time I want to make a video about that, I have to say two things first. And the first one is you don't have to do everything. If you try to do everything, you'll probably explode, or you'll have to hire a bunch of people to do that, or maybe you have more hours in the day than I do, but you really don't have to do everything. And the second is you need to find what is best for the type of blog or the type of shop or the type of niche that you have. Because there is a very big difference in how I am going to interact on social media. If my blog is about my life and my travels, if my blog is relating to business topics, or if my blog is about dogs and cats or coloring pages. So I really want you to keep those things in mind. And while you're keeping them in mind, also comment them down below if you have any questions about a specific method or about what methods or how a specific method applies to your niche, to your topic. So I'm going to dive into the first platform that people can use to generate traffic to their blog, and that is Pinterest. I'm pretty sure you all know Pinterest, but I wrote some comments about Pinterest relating to getting traffic to a blog as well as to the other points or the other methods that I have for this video. The first one is to connect Pinterest to your website or blog, like actually do the physical API connection to your blog so that Google knows that this Pinterest account belongs to this blog and vice versa. I would also say create pins to promote your blog posts. And I feel like I've done this in a lot of Pinterest design videos on how to basically create a pin to promote your blog post in a language, like for example, 16 different shower curtains for a nautical themed bathroom, or how to journal when you're feeling out of ideas. Again, depending on your niche and topic, creating pins to promote your blog posts and uploading them onto Pinterest. Now you can create a pin per post, or you can create 1,000 pins to refer to each post that you write on your blog. There is no rule, just don't spam the system. So for example, if you're going on Pinterest and you start pinning, it doesn't matter if you have 1,000 pins for 1,000 posts or 1,000 pins for one post. Don't post more than a few, like 10, 20 at a go, because Pinterest is just going to think that you're starting to spam them. Now, out of these pin designs, I would recommend finding, the design language of your blog and leaving one of these pin designs at the end of the blog post so people can pin it themselves to their Pinterest, because Pinterest wasn't built for businesses, it was built for people to keep information with a photo that represents it on their account on Pinterest. So make sure to do that. Now, Pinterest has changed a lot. I'm still investigating it. I took a few classes on Pinterest during my break and still looking into the new algorithm and the way that they change things, especially when it comes to tags, that before we could have just tagged whatever we wanted, and now it has to be a part of the keywords that they already have. So a few things that I will say regarding these changes is to first check Pinterest trends. Make sure that you're even talking about something that is trending in this platform, or maybe if your blog post would have been a little bit different, it is trending on this platform. Pinterest Trends is a free statistic tool for everybody, much like Google Trends for Google. And I would also just randomly take a photo that isn't a specific pin and I would upload it to Pinterest and start writing different words that relates to the keywords of my blog or of my shop, just to see what are the keywords that Pinterest themselves is allowing me within the tags to put down. Because now again, this is not a freestyle thing. Now they're limiting you to their keywords. And I found that in many cases with many of my ideas, there aren't any keywords to match from the ones provided by Pinterest. There is also a different approach from Pinterest to the actual words that you're using inside your pin descriptions. So, pin descriptions are more important now than ever, and the keywords of the topic need to be in the description and in the title of the pin. Again, if there is anything here you want me to make a separate video about, you let me know, because I can't cover all the information for all of these in one video. I just want to give you like the options that you have, and then you know which ones to run with. Moving on to Instagram. I feel like a lot of people are looking at Instagram as a place to share their products, whereas I'm looking at Instagram as the place where I would share products maybe 20% of the time, even if I don't have a blog and the entire Instagram account is dedicated to a shop, but basically dedicated to a niche. So you're not supposed to just be posting your products. You're supposed to be actually sharing or engaging or creating within the niche and the topic that you're talking about. And the same goes for blogs and blog posts. Now, the first thing that you need to make sure is correct is actually your Instagram bio, and most importantly, your Instagram link in bio, because it's very nice if you tell people that there is an amazing blog post or an amazing product, but if there is no link for them to actually get to that, then you've done nothing. Because links, when you place them on your post, like on your Instagram post or reel description, are not clickable. You need to make sure that you have your correct link in bio, whether it's a link that is directly to your blog, whether it's a link that leads to a links page. And if you want to promote a very specific blog post, put it in the links page as well with a direct link to it. A few other things that I wrote regarding Instagram: make a post. Create some kind of specific graphics that, this kind of graphical language within your Instagram means that there is a new blog post, and write what the blog post is about, telling people they can go read the blog post if they click on the link in the bio and go to the blog post. Obviously, again, do not leave links on Instagram posts. Make sure that you're using correct tags, hashtags on Instagram. But again, much like Pinterest, make sure that the important keywords that you want to target are actually written inside the post caption or in the reel caption. Now, if you're doing reels, I've seen a lot of people, again, based on the topic of your blog, the way you choose to blog. Is this a blog about your life? Is this a blog about that gives information? Is this a blog about shopping? Based on that, you can create reels. If this is a blog about shopping and multiple different things, you can create some kind of slideshow from Canva, which basically is a reel that shows different photos of products. And these products, people can go into your blog posts and read more about them and actually click to buy them. Or let's say your blog is about self-improvement and self-care and self-love. Your reels can just be motivational quotes with a really nice mountain background and really good music. And you don't actually tell people to read anything in a blog post. You don't promote the blog posts on Instagram with this reel. You just promote your account, knowing that a lot of the people who would like this kind of content and go into your profile might click on the link and go to your blog. I think it was over a year ago, I think already a year or 2 years, I don't know, time flies, when Instagram changed the fact that you can now upload a link, a clickable link to your Instagram story, because before that you had to have 10,000 followers on Instagram in order to do that. And now that it's changed, I really recommend just uploading the links to your blog posts. So if you have like 10 blog posts, just create graphics for them and literally upload it to your story and use a link to that specific blog post. Now, if you're thinking to yourself, hey, stories on Instagram last only for 24 hours, you are correct and you are false, because you can create story highlights. Now, if your entire business, your entire profile, your entire brand is a blog, then you will create highlights for each individual category from your blog. And in it, you will save the stories for these categories, for blog posts for these categories. And if you have some kind of personal brand, you also have your art, you have a personal blog, then only one story highlight is going to be for blog posts. But then you basically have all of these story highlights always having links to all of your blog posts in the story with the link option of Instagram. I would highly recommend when you're on Instagram to interact with other accounts who use similar keywords, whether they're bigger than you or smaller than you. actually interact with other people who post things relating to the niche that you are talking about in your Instagram account. TikTok. This is going to be very short because I do not use TikTok. There are many reasons why I do not use TikTok, whether it's security reasons, crazy algorithm reasons, and I am very well aware that I probably know the least about this platform than everything else. I just wanted to put it in there. As I was doing some research, and I do have friends who use TikTok, you can only have links, external links, if you have a certain amount of followers. It still wasn't really clear for me. If anyone is using TikTok to promote blog posts, let me know. But in generally, I think that people who go on the platform of TikTok are people who are looking for these very flashy, very quick 30-second videos. These are not actually your target audience for reading a blog post. So I don't really look at TikTok as a way to promote a blog post, but if I were, it will be the same thing with YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels because it's basically the same format. Moving on to Facebook, and here we have to separate between having a Facebook profile, that's like your profile for you, having a Facebook page, having a Facebook group that you own and you manage, or interacting in other groups. I'm going to start with a Facebook profile, which is the biggest mistake I see for people who do print on demand, who do any kind of online selling or any kind of blogging, and they constantly post things on their personal Facebook profile. Unless your profile is dedicated to that, I wouldn't do it. So that's why you would never probably see me post my TeePublic designs, or any of the blogs that I currently have are not really appearing on my profile because they have nothing to do with me or my friends. And I see this mistake happening over and over again. The only exception to that would be if your blog is a personal blog or something relating to something you do all the time. For example, I have a lot of friends here who are digital nomads and they talk about their experience as they travel. The people who they meet here, the people who follow them on Facebook, the people who are friends of them on Facebook also have an interest in travel, which makes sense why they would share a blog post about their travel on their Facebook page. But if you one day decided that what you're into is cats and your profile is about your life, then yeah, sharing cat stuff is not going to be really related. In that case, I would recommend a Facebook page because I've seen so many people open a profile for their business, a Facebook profile like a person, which is, by the way, legally not allowed on Facebook. You can have your account suspended for that. And also, you're losing all of the business aspects of having a Facebook page, like, for example, sponsored ads. Now, I think I'm known as the YouTuber who doesn't do sponsored ads for print on demand, but I actually used to do sponsored ads on Facebook for my blogs, not for print on demand, not for products directly, definitely not to a marketplace, but for my blog posts. And the way that I did it is by having a Facebook page, and every time I had a blog post, I would upload it to the Facebook page. I would have ads separately to promote this page to people who might be interested. And every single time that I had a blog post uploaded, I would add $1 boost, it's called, to your blog post to promote it to people who already like my page and their friends. The reason I was doing it is because Facebook, I think it was 2017, really limited the exposure of Facebook pages, the reach of Facebook pages to their own followers, unless you are using the boost option and basically spending money on Facebook ads. And just FYI, also, I don't think a lot of people know, whenever you post something on your Facebook page and it reaches people and they like it, you can literally invite, you can go into the likes area and literally invite each and every one of these people to also like your page and follow your page on Facebook. We can also create a Facebook group. I created my tribe for very different reasons, actually. It was more like to continue on the conversation from the community chat, but you can create a Facebook group that relates to your niche or to your topic. Now, if your blog is let's go shopping for things that I've created on TeePublic and Society 6, I doubt there will be a group that will relate to that. But if your blog is about coloring pages, self-improvement, hiking, tourism, dogs, cats, you can always create a group about that. And the biggest thing is that you have to provide value. Otherwise, people are not going to come into the group. You also have to bring people into the group, police that group, because, people can start spamming it very quickly. Trust me. But eventually, this is something that can really work well. I've seen it on multiple topics. I've seen people do it for topics that are B2B, for example, business to business, or B2C, business to client. And I've usually seen people do it as a place, for example, to share free resources, because you have to have the people who are just coming in, the ones that can't see that this group has 10,000 people, that they have to have a reason to come in, and you have to be the active leader of that group. And hopefully sometime people will start commenting and posting on their own. And if that sounds too complicated for you or not something that you want to do, just post on other groups, or again, relating to your niche. Each group has its own rules. Make sure to read the rules of each group and follow them. Some groups don't allow external links, some groups allow self-promotion on Sundays, for example. And the way that you promote your blog posts, or again your shop, as I said at the beginning, a lot of these tips can relate to your online shops. The way that you promote them within groups is in two ways. One, create a post about it, or two, comment if it's relevant back to someone else's post. For example, in a group where someone is asking, "Hey, I'm thinking about coming to Bansko because I'm thinking about doing some hikes." If there is a blogger that had blog posts, or a YouTuber that talk about hikes around Bansko, they would comment this link back to this person, and they're not spamming. They're literally answering their question in the best way possible. Same goes for a lot of my Jewish merch, by the way, because I'm a member of some Jewish groups. So, for example, some of them are about Jewish art. So, whenever I do like some kind of really nice Jewish illustration, I can just share this on the group with a link to my shop because it's relevant to the group topic. But if it's a discussional group, I've seen someone recently, and this is connecting a little bit to the use of freebies, because I think that freebies are a great way to get traffic from groups. This is something that I've actually done with my Jewish shop. Someone commented something about phone wallpapers, and I had a few like Star of David stuff, so I created a freebie that is phone wallpapers, and I actually made money that day because people who came and downloaded the freebie either chose to donate or actually bought more stuff. So that person was asking a question. I replied to her with a link, but I also made a new post saying, because this person has asked, I am now creating this freebie for everybody. And the chances that a group moderator is not going to approve my post when what I'm doing is giving a freebie relating to the topic of the group, following a conversation with someone else, are very slim. The chances are very slim. So make sure that you understand the rules of the group and how to interact, and freebies definitely help. Another thing that can really help you within a certain group is if you actually engage with the people. So it's not just coming into a group to present your blog posts, but actually create conversations with people and respond to what people write, because it gets you this top contributor badge on Facebook, and that actually makes group moderators want to approve your posts even better. I think I can make a whole 9-hour video session just talking about Facebook groups, seriously. Moving on to Reddit, which if you don't know what Reddit is, it's probably one of my favorite places to hang out online and get information. Reddit is basically some kind of a Facebook social media forum based kind of social platform, and a lot of people actually call it the original Facebook because it has this forum vibe that predates the Facebook days, when in fact Reddit was created 1 year after Facebook. So Facebook predates Reddit. I think a lot of people who know both platforms are actually really shocked to hear that. And there are several reasons why I like Reddit. The first one is that there is a lot of desktop traffic, people from their laptops, less from their phones. And even though we got used to using our phones so very, very much, a lot of people are still hesitant to click on links from their phone, to buy from their phone. And if your goal with your blog is to sell your products or to affiliate something, you want people from desktop. There was actually a Reddit app, I think it still exists. It failed spectacularly because people who like Reddit don't like to use it from their phones. But let me give you a little bit of an understanding of what Reddit is. So this is a big place for multiple forums, and each individual forum or group topic is called a subreddit. Each subreddit, much like each Facebook group, has its own creator that sets the rules of what you're allowed to post. You can just post a post. You can post an image, you can post a link, you can post so many things on Reddit and comment on other people's posts as well, much like Facebook groups. However, unlike Facebook and every other social media platform, every single link can be shared on Reddit once. If I go now to, I don't know, a song by Rihanna on YouTube and decide that I want to share it on Reddit, most likely someone already shared it, and Reddit is going to refer me to that one. You want to talk about this YouTube video? That's very nice. Don't make a post. It was already created. Go there. Talk about it there. And the way that Reddit is built, again, with a subreddit, you can search for a topic that you like and start engaging in the subreddit, whether it's to comment back to people or to promote your blog posts. Again, promoting a blog post is not the same as promoting a product, and you actually have to give people value. Otherwise, they're going to rank you down, which is a thing on Reddit, and you're going to be probably kicked out of that subreddit, out of that group. You don't want to do that. You just want to upload your links and see what goes. No problem. Create your own subreddit. It's free and anyone can do it. I think I have a subreddit for Tribe that I keep forgetting to upload some random videos from YouTube to. And the way that people will find it is by selecting keywords. Reddit is a totally different story for a different day, but yeah, Reddit is brilliant. But the core of it is to interact within Reddit and not come into the platform only to spam your links. Are we getting that this is like the theme with every social media platform? Moving on to freebies. I think I've mentioned it several times here, but freebies are the best way to get traffic into your blog, but they're also technically not a way to get traffic into your blog, because if I were to create a freebie to drive traffic into my blog, I would have to post it on Facebook or on Instagram or on TikTok or on Pinterest or on Reddit. And I feel like you're getting the gist. It's not the way to get traffic into my blog. It's more like a way to make my marketing for traffic to my blog work better. Freebies are amazing. And there are two different freebies that we're talking about here. There are the freebies that are static on your blog post that people can just use, and there are freebies relating to your email marketing list, which I will be talking about when I get to email marketing. But in this topic, I want to talk about the freebies that are on your blog. No one needs to sign up to anything. They can just go and get the freebie. And I know already that a lot of you are going to have a technical question on how to do it. So let me give you the two ways to do it. The first one is just leave a static image. You're just going to have an image of that freebie that people can print, and they can right click on that image and download it. In this case, if you upload this image, the action upon clicking on the image would either be nothing or to expand the image. The second way that you can do it is you have the JPG, the file that shows the image, you upload that, but you also create a PDF for that and upload it to your media library. And then when you upload the JPEG image, the action on the click would be to open the PDF from the library, and that is how people will have it open in a new tab, and then they can download it or print it. You can make 2 or 3 freebies to promote within your blog and bring traffic in, or you can make your entire blog about freebies. There are plenty of ways to make money from creating a blog about freebies. It's actually something that I've done multiple times, and it's actually kind of fun. But again, this is something that is up to you. I'm going to touch up on the freebie for email marketing in a few minutes when we get to email marketing. But before, I want to cover 2 other topics. The first one is publication platforms such as Medium. If you go to medium.com, it's kind of like this online magazine that is compiled of many contributors, which are just private people who can have a blog on Medium. In this case, you blog about something. You either blog to create some kind of authority so people will go check your profile and check your blog, or you use Medium to blog as a way to get people to your shop or to your newsletter or to your offer, whatever it is. The key here is actually providing value, because if you're just going to blog about your own items, you're going to bore people. And I feel like a lot of times people don't understand that blogging is not just me presenting items, it's me actually talking about something. Another way to get traffic to your blog is to write about someone and then let them know. And that could be a makeup artist, that could be a dog walker, that could be a vet, depending on your niche. What I used to do is blog about Etsy sellers. As an Etsy affiliate, I get money if someone buys from, anything from Etsy after they use my link. And I would try to find an Etsy seller that already has reviews, but not like 20,000. They already have some reviews. They have social media presence, but they're not that big to go like, I don't care. So I would write a blog post about their store, again, if it relates to the niche or to the blog that I'm writing it in. And then I would DM them on Etsy saying, hey, I wrote about your store. I just thought it was pretty and I'm an Etsy affiliate. I'm not asking for any money or anything. I just thought you might like to see it. Here's the link. I really think that your products are awesome. Have a good day. I had, I think, like 5 or 10% of the Etsy sellers respond with, oh, you have no right to do this, which I do because I'm an Etsy affiliate, or I'm not going to pay you anything, which I didn't ask you. But the majority of the Etsy sellers were very grateful, shared this on their social media platforms getting me traffic to my blog, and in the majority of times offered to send me free stuff so I would write more about their store. Writing about other people works. Moving on to email marketing, basically creating a list of email addresses for people who might be interested in your topic, niche, offer, blog posts, product, whatever. We have two things to cover here. One, why would they sign up to your email, to your newsletter? And two, what are you going to send them once they've signed up? Let's start with the first of why they would give you their email and sign up to your newsletter. It's either because they're getting something now or they want to get something later. So, for example, having a free planner printable or a free coloring page that someone has to sign up to your newsletter to get is a reason why they would sign up to your newsletter, because they want to get something now. And I've seen this also on Skillshare, for example, when I was taking different Procreate classes. Instead of the teacher placing the Procreate brushes that come with this class free on Skillshare, you would actually have to go to their website and download it there for free. Because I'm doing the class, I need the brushes while signing up to this creator's newsletter, which means they can keep track over me in a platform like Skillshare, which has so many different teachers, and you can't really know who watches your videos. Another example of why people would sign up to your newsletter if they don't get something now is that they will get something later. For example, I do have to say from personal experience from the channel, when I would talk to people about, oh, we had this contest and now the contest has finished, I would tell people, if you want to make sure to not miss out on contests, sign up to the newsletter or follow the channel. I also tell people, if you want to make sure not to miss out on a live premiere, because sometimes YouTube doesn't give you the notification for a live premiere. So people have a reason to sign up to the newsletter, because they might miss out on something they wanted to participate in if they will not sign up to the newsletter. And then come the topic of, what are you supposed to email people? And that is heavily dependent on what type of blog you have. Because if you have a personal blog of you hiking, I keep taking this example because we have a blogger hiker that lives in this complex right now, but if you have a personal blog, then every week you sort of newsletter about that. Or if your blog is about finance, then once a week you can give out this like weekly sort of summary of what happened in the finance world. Or if people are signing up for a daily motivational newsletter, you're supposed to email them motivational emails daily. It's really up to you and how you want to structure this and how it relates to your business, to your blog, and to the point of your blog. Are you blogging for affiliate marketing? Are you blogging to promote your own store? Do you just want to create followers? It really does depend on all of these factors. Now, as a content creator, I feel like I've done something wrong with Substack, because I started Substack basically as a reaction to the invalid traffic bug on YouTube. I was really afraid to lose my channel, which is why I started. First it was Substack, and then it was Patreon. We also have the Facebook group, and I kind of started blogging on Substack, which Substack is a very nice platform to blog from because it kind of looks like a blog. I'm going to leave the link down below if you don't know what my Substack is, so you can go ahead and check it out, and you'll see just basically like a bunch of blog posts. And each blog post was actually sent on the day that I wrote it to the people who were already subscribed. And I feel personally that I did a little bit of a mistake with that. I kind of mixed them together because I kind of want to have my blog on PayHip and I want to use Substack as a weekly newsletter. And that newsletter is going to include what is up with my entirety, which means, is there a new video? Is there a new blog post? Is there a new bundle? Is there a new contest people should know about? Hi, present me again, popping into this video to correct something that I said. What I spoke about with the blog and the Substack versus PayHip, that was my plan then, and I actually tried executing that plan. However, I did find out that that plan is a little bit flawed. I was using PayHip to blog and Substack for the newsletter, but I was using PayHip because I was using it to sell my digital downloads. And it's not that I don't want to sell digital downloads, it's that I want to sell a combination of digital downloads and print on demand, which is why I'm moving to Fourth Wall. Now, I'm not saying that PayHip is bad. I covered this entire topic in a video called Change, and I will leave a link to that one down below. Change is also the name of the coupon code for 50% off for everything on maytribe.com, which is my PayHip store, because not all of the graphics are going to be moving with me to the new website. Most of these graphic assets and clip art for commercial use are going to be gone and will not be available with the new website. That was my plan back then. My plan today is a little bit different. It relies more on having a fourth wall store. I'm going to have my own website, finally taking back my branding, and that website is going to be using the Hostinger website builder. And I will still keep the newsletter. Of course, the newsletter stays. It will be changed a little bit, but it still is sticking around. And if you yourself find yourself contemplating or trying to decide between PayHip and Fourth Wall for selling digital downloads, I will also leave a link down below to a video in which I summarized the topic of PayHip versus Fourth Wall when it comes to selling digital downloads. I know that this was a bit of a personal break in this video and had nothing to do with blog traffic, but I couldn't leave the video as it is, knowing that I changed my plans. With that, let's get back to how to get traffic to your blog. It really does depend. Again, making a video on how to get traffic to your blog is a little bit hard because I need to know what your blog is about. And here's where I want to remind you two things. One, comment down below if you have any specific questions about your blog or a specific niche that you're referring to. And two, let me know if you want me to make more videos on each individual topic. For example, a full video just about Substack. Regardless of Substack, we have email marketing platforms such as MailChimp, MailJet, ConvertKit. There are so many platforms out there, and they can integrate with WordPress, with Shopify, with some of them integrate with PayHip, some of them integrate with Fourth Wall. They integrate with a lot of blog building options, and you can create your offers and your newsletters there. I cannot make a tutorial about how to do that because every one of them is different, and each and every one of these platforms is priced differently. Most of them would have some kind of free option, and each and every one of them would have instructions on how to do everything on the platform and on YouTube. Moving on to making YouTube videos as a way to promote your blog. And here I would like to again mention our hiker. So let's say someone went and took a hike, because I'm not cursing them, that's literally what they do. And they did this amazing YouTube video on the hike that they took. You can see them in the morning, making food. You can see how they sleep, but there is a blog post that they're referring people to. And in that blog post, there is the actual full trail of the hike on the map, detailed at every point. They give location points of where they slept. They rate the place. Maybe they slept in some kind of hut or some kind of campground site, and they want to give like a recommendation about it. And also maybe they want to show you the equipment that they were using for this hike. They bought it from Amazon, and here is an affiliate link. That is one way that I can give you as an example on how to market your blog or get traffic to your blog using YouTube, by sharing the experience on YouTube with the information on your blog. Same actually goes for some kind of, I don't know, nice kitchen hacks that I found, or things that I'm looking at Etsy to create a nautical themed bathroom. I don't know what's with me with nautical themes today, but you can share a bunch of photos and talk about products that you saw. And if someone wants to buy these products, they will go to your blog post. Another example can be a freebie. So I made a video last year, 2 years ago, I don't even know by now. I made a video on what to do when you have too many ideas, in which I was showing that I'm using a specific printable page for myself to analyze my ideas in order to decide which one to go with. That video had a link to the blog post that has this as a freebie. That's it. Last but not least is SEO, which is the non-social, the non-effort way to get traffic to your blog. And I'm saying non-effort and non-social, and you'll see soon why. SEO means search engine optimization. It means, is my content optimized for someone who searches something for me to be the answer for that thing? And SEO is such a big tool. I gave out lectures of hours about SEO, and I feel like it's becoming more and more advanced and more complicated with the rise of AI, because Google doesn't like AI made content. So first of all, if you're using AI to write your blog posts, make sure to write them manually after, or go over it. And having SEO or optimizing for SEO in your blog means using certain keywords. So let's say I want to target people who are searching gifts for cat moms. I would have to have the gifts for cat moms in the title of the blog post, in the tags of the blog post, and written several times within the blog post itself, including written in the name of the file of the image before I even upload it to the blog, the way that it's saved on my computer. And I feel like a lot of people kind of know this part about SEO. You need to target these keywords. And if you don't know how to find good keywords, I made a video 3 years ago that is still correct today, featuring different methods about SEO and covering the topic of SEO. I was using Ubersuggest, Google Trends, and Google search itself to come up with ideas. I still do this till this day, but there will probably be a new SEO video coming up real soon. There will be a bunch of links down below, like to pretty much everything that I've mentioned. Now, while a lot of people do know that SEO is the keywords that you're using, maybe they don't know that you have to put it in the photo, they don't understand that SEO keywords is just one of these factors, because there are many websites that will have these keywords, and then Google still needs to decide which website to show first. And the way it does it is by site's loading speed, things like that. If your site is adaptable to mobile, if it looks good on mobile, even if someone is looking for a specific phrase on search on desktop, and how many websites link to your website. So actually, if you want to rank good with Google SEO, you actually have to do social media marketing and have Pinterest or YouTube, other blogs, Facebook link in to your website. Otherwise, you might not be able to succeed on keywords alone. I have a few words to say before we go. The first one is, again, there's a very big difference between blogging about products, blogging about a topic, blogging about your personal experience, and that reflects on the content that you put out there on social media to get people to read your blog posts. I'm not saying a specific method is better than the other. I'm just saying that they're different. The second thing I want to tell you is that you have to give people value for them to follow you. If you do not give people value, whether it's information they needed, whether it's entertainment, whether it's a connection, they're not going to follow you because they have no reason to do this in this world. And I feel like this is maybe a bigger issue when it comes to people who are like, oh, why would someone pay so much for this item, or why would someone buy from me? If you give them value, they will follow you, they will buy from you, they will subscribe to you, whatever the offer is on the table. Third, interact within your niche. When you're on social media platforms, don't just come there to promote. Interact within the niche. And if you don't know how to interact within the niche of your blog, maybe you chose a bad niche. Because if you chose a niche that you really know something about for blogging, you will definitely know how to interact in it, because it's something that you live. And last but not least, please comment down below any questions that you may have about a specific topic or something that I mentioned. I might do a Q&A video following this video, and I might just make a video separately about each and every topic. And that's a wrap, I guess. I mean, there were 4 more minutes to that video. However, those minutes were relating to updates relating to the Patreon, which don't relate to this channel, hence me doing these videos again and again and again and filming myself redoing these videos. I do have to say that I can talk about getting traffic to your blog for hours. I can talk an hour and a half about Instagram. I can talk more than an hour and a half on Instagram. I can talk hours on Pinterest, on Facebook. I can talk an hour on how to promote with Facebook groups for free alone, just on that topic. And I am planning to talk more about these individual topics. However, because there were so many, I would love to hear from you guys in the comment section. Which topic would you like me to make a video next? About Pinterest, about Instagram, about marketing on Facebook, about Reddit, about newsletters, emails, Substack, whatever you want, please just comment it down below. And of course, comment any thought you might have had on this video. I do love reading your comments. And like this video. I haven't said that in the video because it was for Patreon and it doesn't really matter, but likes matter more on YouTube. So if you found this video to be useful to you, please hit the like button down below, because it really does help my channel every time you do so. I'm going to leave 2 links on the screen right now. The first one is 7 signs you're in the wrong niche, and I find that this video often helps people realize what the right niche is, kind of going through the negative to go into the positive, as well as a link to how to start your blog using Hostinger in case you don't have a blog yet. But with that being said, that was it for me for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something new, or were at least entertained. And as usual, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!